Welcome to Capital Link's Trending News podcast series. In this podcast series, we discuss with company management on recent news and announcements they have made. We have with us today Dr. Nikolas Tsakos, founder, president, and CEO of Tsakos Energy Navigation of TEN Limited, listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker TNP. Now, founded in 1993, TEN is one of the largest independent energy transporters in the world. Its diversified energy fleet totals 8 million deadweight tons, consisting of 71 double hull vessels, 38 crude tankers, 25 product tankers, 3 LNG vessels, and 5 vessels under construction. I'm Nicholas Bornoulis, president of Capital Link, and we are the investor relations advisor to TEN. And just to remind everybody, the usual disclaimer, our podcasts are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute investment advice. So Nikos, welcome with us. We are going to discuss with the occasion of your latest expansion in the LNG space. You just announced the delivery of your new building LNG, which further expands your fleet. Now, you have mentioned in the past that LNG is a growth area for TEN. TEN has already a commanding presence in the crude and product tanker space. So why LNG? What is the rationale and expectations behind your growing presence in this LNG market?
Thank you, Nick, and it's nice to touch base with you even in this manner. We are very happy to announce the expansion of our new LNG. So now we are participating in every technology of the LNG market. It is a growing part of our business. As you know, we are a very diversified energy transporter because we are based on the needs of our clients. So we actually move all the sizes. Sometimes I compare our company to a limo service. So if one of our clients wants to be driven in a stretch limo, we provide him a VLCC. If he wants a compact car, we provide him a handy-sized tanker. If he wants a middle range, we have our aframaxes, etc., etc. And of course, we are following the directions of our client base in growing our business. Within this variety of vessels on the energy, we believe that the LNG is a growing part of our business. We have not over-expanded yet in this because we felt that the technology is still a work in progress. And I was talking during our last call saying that the technology has changed faster in the LNG segment than in the iPhones. So I still have the same iPhone that I had 5 years ago, whereas the technology in the LNG has changed significantly since in multiple ways. But we believe it is going to play a big part in going forward, and we are planning to further expand this side of our business.
So you have plans for further expansion in the LNG space?
Yes, we are always looking, always discussing with our clients, and in the meantime, we are, upgrading as much as possible our operational skills to be at par to where our tanker skills are.
So, Nikos, as you pointed out, now you're diversified across the whole spectrum of the tanker and gas space, offering product, crude, and LNG. And shuttle tankers. Now, talking about your latest LNG new building, can you give us a little bit more details on its employment?
We always try to share the good times and the bad times with our clients. I think none of us believes that we are too smart to get the right, perfect time for the market to buy, sell, or charter. We are in this for the long term. We are an industrial player, and that's why we're looking, as we do in the tankers, to bring the same concepts of profit-sharing arrangements into the newer segments like the LNG, and that's what we're doing. We have an accretive rate that in 5 years will give us more than $100 million as a base, and we can build on top of that. It could even, you know, if you had the rates of the last couple of months, it could be double that. But we're not planning to, you know, we're not planning our future on what it will be double. We actually try and build things on the minimum side and be pleasantly surprised. And together with all the similar transactions we've done in tankers, in conventional tankers, we have put a backlog of business in excess of $1 billion over the next 3.5 years.
So, Nikos, in your Q3 2021 earnings call, you said that the LNG market reminds you in a way of the container market. So can you share with us what is your overall take on the prospects of the LNG market, and how does it bring the container market comparison in?
Yes, I believe that the LNG market is reminiscent. I think we are with LNGs where with the container market as a structure of an infrastructure of the market was in the late 70s. If you go back then, the only container business you would get would be long contracts of 10, 15 years for container ships. As time went by, container ships now are being chartered for 6 months, for a year, much shorter periods. And I think that's very similar to where we started with LNG. It was only long industrial off-take contracts of even 20 years, 15 years. As this business is becoming more and more mainstream, we are starting to remind us of the container market. We are seeing perhaps 6 months, a year employments, and one day it might develop even further, and you might get this spot element that we see on the conventional tankers. So in that sense, the only other thing is I wish that the LNG will also earn as much as the container ships are earning today, which is really something extraordinary.
So, Nikos, the next question, we have seen that the LNG is becoming an alternative bunker fuel of choice for new ships. In a recent report, I will quote Ben Nolan of Stifel, who reported that in 2021, 20% of the new building orders opted for dual fuel, and LNG accounted for 78% of those fueling options. So do you see this trend continuing? And what could be the implications for the global fleet in terms of decarbonization drive and the overall LNG market itself?
I believe that the LNG is right now in the middle of attention. I also think that LNG should not be seen as a transition fuel, but it could also be a fuel in transition. So it is progressing. It can become even greener. There are techniques and there is technology that will reduce significantly up to perhaps almost make it extinct the methane slip. So I think from now until 2050, the direction seems to be that the LNG will be playing that role, and it could play that role for even further time as it becomes greener going forward, and that's why we are looking to expand in that part of the business.
So, concluding question, Nikos, TEN joined our company presentation series yesterday, and we had the chance to discuss about the market at length. But for the sake of completeness, let's have your views on the broader tanker market. Again, you mentioned that you are of the opinion that we're closer to a turnaround point in the tanker market. So what is your overall tanker market outlook?
Well, we've been saying, I think we've been expecting a significant turnaround since the beginning of the fourth quarter. We have seen it sporadically, which means that the industry right now, or the specific market is well balanced. What we're missing is the barrels to move. And the more that we're getting through the Omicron crisis, I think in the overall picture of demand for energy, tankers will finally get a spotlight in rates. We have seen oil companies taking cover of ships 3 to 5 years. We've done quite a few transactions in that. So I am hopeful that 2022 will be significantly better than 2021. I don't think it will be as good as 2020, but I think after the fourth quarter, we will see even a stronger market.
Nikos, that concludes our podcast. Thank you very much for being with us and sharing your insight on TEN's further expansion in the LNG market. So for all of us, thank you. And if you want more information on TEN, please visit www.tenn.gr. Thank you very much.
Well, Nick, I want to thank you. And as you see, 10 at 20 up there with this in February, we will be celebrating 20 years on the New York Stock Exchange. And hopefully not far from there, not only we will be 10 at 20, but our share price will be closer to 20. So we have a good course to look forward to.
Absolutely. Thank you very much again, Nikos. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.